MC Radio Rental. We're gonna do something slightly different. I'm gonna try to freestyle rap using the 500 most common words in English. Any season, it isn't spring. It's kind of ridiculous to attempt it, but it doesn't matter. I'll vent it. I'm gonna spit it. It's ridiculous. Doesn't even matter if we listen. But that's what we're here, like a missile. This rap's so crazy like it's fissile. The first word we use is just A. There's no other way we could behave. And I know the rap's kinda crazy and it's strange. And I know that my voice is strange, but it doesn't matter, that's what I'm about. And you know, if it's lost, it is found. And you know that I shattered the tiles and the grout. And you know why I get on the horse, it's my mount. The next word is act. And you know the potatoes are mashed. And you know that if we get hurt then we're bashed. And you know that we'll suffer the punishment, it's the lash. And you know it is meant to be. If it's actual, it is actually the reality in which we live and breathe. And you know we do it, not a dream. But it doesn't matter, it is mathematics. And we're rapping kinda crazy and erratic. And you know that when I bite potato I am gnashing. And you know that, but after that we mash it. But it doesn't matter cause we subtract and add. And you know that the beat's kinda fat, but it doesn't matter because we're doing it alphabetically like it's meant to be. And everything that is not before, it comes after. Everything that we cut up, we might halve it. And the cow will go out to pasture, and I will outlast it. And if it happens twice, happens again. Everything that I have ever said, every letter that I ever wrote has been sent. And you know, if I said it, then you know I meant it. And you know I'm for it and not against it. Everything I say I didn't mention, but it doesn't matter cause it's meant to be. Eventually we'll suffer from entropy, and that is what it means when we age. Everything that is bright might just fade. And you know that the donkey, it'll stop braying. And you know that even the rapper will stop saying when we die in the long ago. With all of the waters when they flow. And it's like a castle with a moat. And you know that that is what she wrote. If we're not on the ground, then we're up in the air. And if we've got the brush, then we're brushing our hair. And if we've got the eyes open, we might have to stare. And it's like the siren when it blares. So we give it our all. And if we're stopping, and they know that we stall. And you know I won't be boring, never bore. Because if we got the wine, then it's time to pour. And if I add it, then I have it also. And you know that I'm kinda awful. What really rhymes with all? So I've got the balls, so I got the dribble, so you know that we're playing. And you know that we're like a warrior that's slaying. And you know we're like a donkey when it's braying. But you know that my hair is graying. And you know that we're here forever, cause it's always. And you know that I could do this 4 ways. Way 1, we do it the high road and easy. Route 2, you never see me. But it doesn't matter because I am legend. And you know that it's like the appendage. At the end of our arm is the fingers. And when I sing, you know the sound will linger. And I sang my song. And you know we're together, we're among friends. So it doesn't matter what we said. Doesn't matter, it never ends. And you know that the next word we say is Anne. And you know it doesn't go to this plan. But it doesn't matter because I'm cooking up a flan. And I'll hand it to you like a sandwich. But it doesn't matter, I'll manage any situation, it's outlandish. But you know that I've got the salmon slam it. I'm like a bear, I'm frizzly in the Andes. Cause and is the addition. Cause you know we rise, shine and we glisten. And you know that we're gonna fire like a missile. Cause that's my mission, I will not miss you. And it doesn't matter cause I'm savage like an animal. And you know that I need to have it all, so then I grab it all. And you know that I haven't even got a plan at all. But you know that I'll eat you like a cannibal, like Hannibal. And if there's not one, then there's gonna be another. I'm gonna grab the bowl, I'm gonna smother. It doesn't matter, I didn't love her, not even your mother. Yeah, that's dark, but it doesn't even matter. You ask, get an answer. And you know that her name's Amanda. And you know that I also loved Sandra, but it doesn't matter, I let her go on hander. Because you know we appear, then we disappear again. And you know that we might just have to near the fence because it's not electrified. Cause I'm the guy to grab onto the electric wire every time. Because I'm grounded and I don't even make a sound. Because the voltage is not enough to slow me. Because you know that nothing is ever will fold me. And you know the cattle is all bolting, yeah. Alright, next beat. We're almost done with A. The most common words in English that start with A. Let's keep going. Alright. Alright. Yo. Everything that is, you know that we are. You know that the rap has to go hard. And you know that everything grows cause it's farmed. We shattered the mirror down into shards, and you know that 51 is the area where the aliens landed, and they're scarier than anything you have ever seen before. I'm extraterrestrial, extra in the lawn, and you know that I take it as is, because you know that it's time for us to sing, and you know that nothing ever flings it when we throw it, when we sing it. Look, it doesn't matter, I got a question to ask. Is it true you've got a tattoo on your arm? Did it hurt? Was it harm when the needle went into your arm? But it doesn't matter with an address, with an @ because the email is where we slash, and it doesn't really matter because we got to grab all of the pixels, the byte when we look, it doesn't matter. Like Schwarzenegger, I'm back, and you know that I cut me no slack, because you know to the future we'll be back, and you know that we're gonna get paper, stack it, because it doesn't matter when I've got the ball. We go fast, we don't slow or stall, and you know that we're gonna have to mow the lawn, and you know that the sheep have been shorn, because we're playing baseball at the base. You're gonna get the ball in your face because you're standing in the wrong damn place. You shouldn't be in front of the dude with the bat, and it's crazy. Like spraying your face with mace if it was a bear coming right in your place, and it doesn't really matter because we won't stay. Everything is rearranged, and you know that I know I'm alive cause I be. And you know I've got eyes because I see. And you know that I'm live up on the stream. And you know that we're meant to be because we're trying to reach for the beauty. And you know that the rap we are losing. You know that I'm disabusing you of all of your shitty views. And you know that it's all about because. And you know that it's what was when we moved from the past to the future. And you know that I dream when I'm lucid. You know we will become what we change into when we love. And you know that we're reduced to chunks, and it doesn't really matter, we live in the muck. And you know that eventually we've got to sleep. That's what we do, then we're deceased. And you know that that's what is meant to be, because we're subject to entropy. But you know that I sleep when I'm in the bed. I need a pillow and that's where I rest my head. When the thoughts fled and you're left empty to dream, and I said, look, it doesn't matter because it's what's been. Everything is strange, it's unseen, but in the darkness the light, it might gleam. And you know it's not as it seems, but you know that I'm getting kind of morbid. All these raps are getting disordered, and I know that it's vicious and sordid. And I know it's what's before that matters, because it's how you live that's important. And you know that the shape clay will form it into a new kind of strange shape. It's like all the skin has been flayed, oh my god, it doesn't matter, we will begin again. Or did we begin? Is it past or present? I haven't even got the tense correct. It doesn't matter what I said, but you know that before we finish we will begin it. Because you know that's how we have missions, we've got to start them, and that's how we glimmer. And you know that we got to eat nutritious liver, but it doesn't matter what is behind us, whether it's the devil or it's your hiney. It's kinda crazy, you know, we're flying into the sky, sirens are blaring, and you know I'm scaring the neighbors, and that's why they're hairy, because they got such a big afro. And you know which way that might go, but you know that we're rapping, we're getting better. You know I like the cheese, the cheddar and the feta, and you know that we might need the lactose, cause you know I've got 10 toes between two ferns. It doesn't matter if they might burn, cause you know that the burning bush is good kush, and that's why we're sitting on my tush. And it doesn't really matter cause the raps are big. I'm like a pig in the sty, and you know that I'm rapping at my mind, and you know that I do it like this every time. Okay, let's keep going. We're in B. 500 most common words in English. Freestyle rap. What could go wrong? Let's keep going. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we got a warning in YouTube. What does that say? The stream's current... Okay. Lower than recommended bitrate. That's probably fine. Yo. Rapping, fuck what you heard. I'm flying, I'm rising like a bird. And I know that it's crazy, the rap's kind of absurd, but you know it's like the power rising, there's a surge. It doesn't matter, it's all black in the darkness where the paper is stacked. And you know we might be kissing when we're gonna mac. And you know that of skill there is no lack. Black and blue, that's how I'll leave you. Like the meat after we chew, when I choose it. The rap is kinda lucid, and you know the views, I disabuse them. And you know that we cross the ocean when we float. And you know that when we row we need a boat. And you know that it's not written, it isn't wrote, it's all improvised. So I told, look, it doesn't matter the mind and the body, it's all imperfect, it's kinda shoddy. But you know that we are like noddy because we're nodding off. Look, it doesn't matter because everything you read is in the book, and everything that you had, it was took. And you know that the ground is shaking, it is shook, but it doesn't really matter because we stood on the firm ground when the sound was rising. And you know that the emergency brings the sirens, and you know that we're like on the dance floor grinding. And you know that it might get kinda slimy, but we're together, it's both. And you know that we chose every decision we ever made in rows. And you know that I handed you a rose, the flower, for you to devour. I didn't think that you'd eat it, but more power to you. If that's what you want to do, I guess I won't question what you chew. Look, it doesn't matter, cause from the top to the bottom, we're gonna get wet, we'll get sodden. And you know that there's a lot, and it's kinda crazy. We might get shot because we're trying to put everything back into a box with all of our undies and socks. And you know that it's like the game of hockey. Well, okay, that rhyme kinda lost me. Whether you are a girl or a boy, whether you are a serious or toy, it doesn't matter, cause you might have to boil the water, otherwise you are mortar. With the bricks, with the trees and sticks, it doesn't matter everything, I'll write a list. Cause if you can't see me, I might be in the mist. And if you I'll cease and desist, cause if I have to take it, then you know that I'll bring it. And you know that if I can't rap it, then I sing it, because you know that I have like a million reasons to never even cease this. After I bring it, you know that I brought it, and if I brought it, then it must be important. And you know that I build a wall, bricks and mortar, and you know that I got the underwear like a Mormon. With the wall, you know that we build it. We're sitting at the top just chillin'. Everybody, adults and the children, you know that we get the grain cause we mill it. After we build it, it has been built. And you know that the grain has been milled. And you know that it's sediment with the silt. And you know that it's up on windowsills. It's crazy when we're getting this busy. Are we even alive or living? It doesn't matter, cause that is my mission. All of the evil to resist it. And if we've got arguments, ifs and buts, we might have to build a hutch for all of the rabbits so that they munch on all of the carrots. It's just a hunch. Yeah. Alright, that was most of B. Let's keep going. 500 most common words in English. Okay. 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 I might just quickly do this. I've just got to get the window so I can see where we go with YouTube. It's getting kinda rude with the bit rate. There's no way I can improve, but I won't lose it. I'll put it together fusion, and you know it's kinda loosening it so that I opened it for you. And you know that like a dinosaur we roar, well that is for sure. So I guess we might be on the moors, and you know that the bird will soar. Okay, we broke it, we tore the aorta, and you know we rap like Mormons, and you know that we might just have to form it with the clay, with the hay. We might bray like a farm animal with the mammals on the lawn. Look, it's okay, it's the by and by. You know that we're not even shy, because it's time to just spit a rhyme. It doesn't even matter if it's really shining, or if it's falling, or it's rising, or if you can see me even miming with the rhymes every damn time. It's how I know that I'm alive when I'm flying. I heard the call, and you know I've gathered up a haul. And when it rains, yeah, it pours. And you know that we cut the wood with a saw. And you know that if I'm coming here, I came. And you know that if I arrive, then I'm staying. And you know that I'm like Santa with the sleigh. Every picture kept in kind of frame. And you know that the goat can even eat a can. It's like aluminium and a plan for it, so you know that I saw it every time the goat ate it with the Mormons. But it doesn't matter, I arrived in my car, I put down the accelerator hard, and you know that we shattered the records to shards. And you know that it was farmed, but it's okay, cause I will take care when I'm taking the gold into my lair. And you know that I will evict all of the bears that are living in my cave. No way, they won't stare, cause I move carefully on the beat. And it seems like I've got 10 feet, because I'm so mean and I kick you in the face with your teeth. Well, that's not really how I be, because you know that I'm carrying all of the gold. And you know that it's a river molten sold, and it doesn't matter because we're on the shoal. And you know that I will like a horse that's a foal, because we collapse, we go back to the center. And you know we arrive and we enter, and everything we say it like we meant it. We're mental, spitting mentally, because it's meant to be. That's what I know for certain. Like the fire rising and it's burning, and you know that we're like precise like a surgeon. We can jump over obstacles and hurdles, but everything, it doesn't stay the same. The nature of everything is to change, and you know that it's kinda evil and heinous. And you know that my name is Seamus, but it doesn't matter, everything I'm gonna check. From my toes up to my head, I would not expect anything less, because precision is the way to my success. And I've been this way ever since I was a child. Always extreme and never mild, sometimes obsessing, second guessing. And you know that this obsession never lessened. Like together when we're children, down in the mill when we're milling. And you know the cup we've got to fill, cause we need to eat, and that's why we're not chilling, we're working, that much is for certain. That's how we get all of our purpose, when we need the power and then it surges. And you know everything, we earned it. Alright, we're up to letter C. In the 500 most common words in English, freestyle rap, improvise. Let's go. Alright. This beat is by Mixler. We're party, getting litty. We're in the town, the village, and in the city. And it's okay, even when things are shitty. You know that we might see a titty, but it's okay, we're educated in the class. We might have to break the glass to shards, but it doesn't matter, because it grows, it's farmed. And you know we put all of the food up in the larder. It's all transparent and it's clear. I'm so brave and I don't even fear, and I have no brain between my ears, and that's why the fire is hot and it sears. You know that we will open it up, then it closes. We built this city, we're like the Romans. Everything that we made, you know we own it. And you know that I'm roam like a Ronin. You might not think it's fire, but it's cold. You might think it's all been selling, it's sold. And you know that everything you've heard you have been told, but not everything that glitters is even gold, cause you can't assume just based on the color the ground that we are under. And you know that we have like 100. Does that rhyme with the thunder? It doesn't matter, when we arrive we have come. And we're just here to chill for fun. And you know that everybody's living right under the sun. And you know that it must weigh like a ton, cause this giant ball of gas, it's racking up the stacks, and I can't even have it. I can't grab it cause it is molten gold. It resists my hold. But you know that an actual good rapper is common, and you know that he has beats, they drops them, and you know that he gets them all wet and sodden, and you know that the boat, the timbers are all rotten. Together collectively, you and me, we are a community, and so you can see what it means to be in unity. Or so it seems, but together we might be more complete. Everything that's gold gleams, but you know that we'll split it right down the seams, and we'll arrive at there eventually. It's kinda strange, so you can't contain it. The giant ball of gas with the flame, it's the sun that's kinda crazy. Through the ages it will expand and it will flame us. Well, it's a possibility, it could, but we can still ask, well, should it, or would it be better? Are we wooden? Would we burn, or will we look, every country that we are under, it makes me sick, makes me chunder, because you know, breathe where the lungs are, and you know every song that's been sung. Look, it's like golf, it's all of course, according to course, I could eat a horse, and you know that we'll cook it up into some borscht. Look, I'm not a horse, but if we can't make it, then we can't create it. And if we can't speak, we can't even say it. It's been like that for all time through the ages. It's like we're living in the Matrix. You might have to cry, you might not even believe living in a sty. And you know we're trying to rap like I'm out of my damn mind, but I can't even find the right bell to chime. It's making me angry, I'm getting cross. Not even a little bit, but a lot. And you know that if it's this bad, I might cry. Cause if we can't rap good, why am I alive? But if we can't even stop it, then we cut it. Not just one, but 100. Alright, let's try and do better. The dog barks, whether it's in the sunshine or the dark. We might shatter the mirror right into the shards. And when we rap, you know we go hard. When it's not dark, you know we're in the day. That's when Santa arrives in the sleigh. That's when the warrior arrives and they slay. And I say, well, there's no way, we've got to make decisions. So listen, decide whether we're a mime, or you know whether we're covered in slime. It doesn't really matter. On the 9 to 5 I'm on my grind. I've decided that I am not much of a writer. That's why these rhymes are improvised. And you know that I'm pulling it from my mind. And you know in the Mariana Trench it is deep. That's a bad place to go to sleep. You might not wake up or see the sleet. Then your relatives are gonna have to weep. And if you don't have it yet, then develop it. If you send mail, get envelop it. Or should I say an envelope? You say Penelope, I say Penelope. Oh no, he didn't. That's a pretty strange mission. Is it really gold if it glimmers? You and me in the middle, because you know that is the difference. Show me some deference, or show me some evidence of where it went. If you can't even fake it, then you do it. If you can't stay, you have to move it. If you break it, go through it, and you know eschew it, take it away, reduce it, loosen, take away the tightness and imbue it with whatever kind of energy you're meant to be. Are you for entropy? You're enemies of everything that even exists. I can write them down in a list, and I might be peering gorillas in the mist, and you know that I might have to insist. Look, it doesn't matter, you know who was barking, you know who was rapping even harder. Well, it was a dog, it was a canine. Well, that didn't take long. And if you do, don't. And if you will, won't. And if you shan't. That's not a word. Holy Ghost, look, it doesn't matter, cause you know we're opening the door. We're letting in everything I hate and I abhor. And you know that the sheep take away the shorn. It's been shorn of its fleece. I'm appalled. Go up, then go down. Get all happy, then get a frown. And you know that we're going blown, exploded to the ground. Look, it doesn't matter, illustrate it, then draw it. We're like a bird when we're soaring. And you know that we might be like a Mormon, but I don't want to force it. If we're asleep, then we might be dreaming. If it's not real, it's just seeming. I got rhyme and the reasons. It's kind of egregious. Alright, we're in D of the 500 most common words in English. Using them for a freestyle rap. If it's raining, then it's pouring, or it seemed to be important. I haven't even fought it. I don't want to force it, but it's getting so wet, I'm not dry. It's so raining, I can't tell if I'm alive. It's so rainy, I shouldn't even drive. I'm rhyming out of my mind, and you know that Alan Turing is pretty good before, after, during. But we might have to take each of what we need to the beach, cause otherwise we don't have all of the sand. According to our plan, we won't have all the grains inside our hand. Time slips away, man. That's why we have to arrive early, when the sun rises and it's pearly. We are unfurling our wings above the earth when we're searching for everything we need to survive. Whether it's in the east or the west, I will find it. Cause you know I'm like a rhyming pirate. For the raps I admire. When we squeeze it, all of the lemons, you know that the ease with which we release all the demons to get the citrus through the mist I'm seeming to eat when I need vitamin C. Cause that's how I reduce lesions in my teeth. It's egregious if I don't eat vitamin C. It seems to me that I need it. I'm like a pirate when I'm rhyming, that's why I need nutrition sirens arising to try and pull me under. Hear the thunder, and you know that I send the evidence and the effort and everything I said, that you know I meant it, and you know that every letter I wrote I sent it, and you know that I meant every damn sentence. And you might think that it sounds tough, that's enough, cause we might be reduced into chunks, and you know that all the rabbits live in a hutch, and this isn't really on a topic really, is it? So we need every sentence to get kinda scary. Whether we're getting hairy like a bear, it's getting kinda hairy. Look, it doesn't matter, I've got ample examples, so I got a handle. Like I'm riding a motorbike. I'm not on a motorbike, I'm on a trike. Every experience, it isn't serious, it's just fun, it's just we're running, and you know that we're in a strange jungle, so I'll try to be humble, I won't fumble. Every rhyme, you know we're tumbling, we're falling, we're kinda soaring. All of the raps that we're storing, I know my voice is straining, it's kinda crazy, can't explain it, but still I feel grateful. Not even slightly hateful, but you know we will open the third eye so that we can find some new rhymes. We're like a pig in the sty, we got to escape, so I'm on the sly. Alright, Dante says, this is awesome. You sound familiar. Do you have another channel, perchance? I do have another YouTube channel, yeah, but it's much smaller than this one. You probably haven't heard of it. Maybe I'll reveal it someday. I do have some side channels. But this is the really important one. This is rapping the 500 most common words in English. Yo, we're on the beat. We got to slay. I know I might have a small frame, but it doesn't matter, I got a big face. That's how I attract all the strays. And you know that it's like the donut when it's glazed. And you know that it's like the fire when it blazes. And you know that we're gonna go against the grain. We're like Hermione Granger, never stay the same. Whether it is fact or fiction, whether we are stacking or listening, it doesn't matter, I am on a strange mission. And we will fight resistance. It doesn't matter, it's not true or false. Whether we are living with the mulch, whether it's the tan bark we put on the garden, because you know we grow it like harvest. You and me, we're family, so thank you for having me. I know that some uncles can't stand me, but you know that we are just gonna have to handle all of our emotions today. It's Thanksgiving and we're living in another day, so you know that everyone will stay. We won't fight, we won't argue, okay? We came from far. And you know that uncle came from the farm and he swept all the leaves up from the yard, and for him that's working real hard. So you know we're gonna appreciate the farm, so we're gonna eat the food from the arms. And even though I think there are shards of glass in it, we'll still say yum. Yeah, we're rapping pretty fast because it's breakfast and you know it's gotta last, because you know that I'm rapping like a Marge. If I was in The Simpsons I might be Bart, and you know that there's no way we could rap harder, whether I was your mother or I was your father, because you know that he's a farmer, my uncle. So you know I can't look, it doesn't matter, he doesn't talk about his feelings even when he's drunk and he's physically reeling. All of the things that he might be stealing, I know it's not really appealing, like a banana, yeah, farmer from the head to feet. He'll get there eventually, because you know that not everything that gleams is gold, and not everything you see was stolen. But look, it doesn't matter, from the many to the few, whether I am hiccuping or if I say achoo, it doesn't matter, because I rue the day that we might just have to choose the hate. We're playing baseball, we're standing in the field, and you know I'm rapping like Jessica Biel, and you know that I stole it, everything I steal, and you know that the banana, it had a peel. Look, it doesn't matter, cause I find it like a pirate. I'm rapping out of my mind from 9 to 5, and it's fire. And that's why the spire I'll slay every single goddamn day. And if we're in a running race, I'm first. And you know that I'm rapping like I'm Colin Firth. And you know that the rap is kinda crazy, it's absurd, but the power was rising and you feel a surge. I'm like Jesus with the loaves and the fish, and you know that every throw might just miss. And you know that I might just insist that we are like gorillas in the mist. Thank you, Lambast Lover 5 and Dante Lord. Yo. 1, 2, 4, 5. We missed 3. Out my mind, it doesn't really matter, cause you know I'm gonna strive. Putting me on ice. Yo, we're like a bird, we're gonna fly, and you know we find thermal, so we're gonna rise, and you know we're gonna go toward the sun when it rises, and you know that the sun with the light and it's shining. All the rap empty, hollow. If you're not ahead, then you follow, and you know everything you're told is food, and you know that I bumped into you, then I said excuse me, excusey, my name's Susie, and you know together we might be fusing the unity. That's how you seem to me, but I might be using me. Look, it's a look at shit, it doesn't matter, I'll find a new form, like a baby that dies then's reborn, cause you know that every sunset has a dawn, and you know that every blade of grass a lawn, cause it's connected, all the evidence we send, and you know that every sentence I meant it, and you know that I mean it from my head to my appendage, and you know that every message that I wrote I sent it, and if we lose it, it will be found. every sphere is kinda round, or that's what I assume, like a dog in the pound. But look, I'm being dour. Look, we mentioned 1, 2, 4, 5, now 4, and I hate that number. I am appalled. I abhor it, so I store it in a different place. I keep it away from my face, because if we're together, then you know that we're friends. You know I'll be there for you until the very end, and you know that I'll be there till you're dead. And you know that, yeah, you heard what I said. And if I write a letter, then I write who it's from. And you know that the letter won't be long. It just says what's up with the sunglasses emoji. And you know that's how I am your homie. And you know that we do it from the back to the front, then front to back. That's how we mac. We do it in stacks. And you know we like the play with the lash. And you know that I could rhyme that with a few things, but mash is what you get when we play potatoes. And you know that we do it fast and don't slow, cause you know we're gonna do it in full. And you know we will pull or push whatever we need for your tush. Okay, we're playing game, that's how we slay. But everything that you took away, I gave. And you know that's how we be until we're in the grave. Cause we get it, every message that we're sending. And you know that the pencil with the lead is in my head. Everything I said, I wrote it. I took out my own eye like I'm Odin. You know that's how I feel about you, girl. From your toes up to your hair, your curls. And you know that I might find a pearl and put it around your neck. Your world is you, and that's how I know you're so good. And you know everything we do when we should. It's like the boat I carved for you from wood. And you know that bud, look, it doesn't matter, cause we are gonna give it. Everything found isn't hidden, cause you know we're on a strange mission, like my name was Lidden. You enjoy the Odin bar, Lambas? We do get some boring words in the 500 most common words, which I guess is not a surprise. But I guess the whole challenge is trying to get some more interesting words in there. Yo. You know I never slow when I start. I always go, and you know that we just find the moment. We reach and we hold it, cause if it is glimmering, it is gold. And if we're selling it, then it is sold. And you know, fuck what you're told. Everything that we've got, we're gonna hold. It doesn't matter whether it's really bad or good, whether we're wearing a hood, whether we shouldn't or we should. Rude. Look, it doesn't matter what we got. We're rapping like it is hot, even if it's kinda not. We're gonna pretend it's a lot, cause if we are governed, it's a government. And you know that we are really on the shit. Government, what rhymes with government? There's like 100 and it's crazy, cause we are so great. We arrive on time, a wizard's never late. And you know that the fire rises when we blaze. And you know that the dog is never gonna stay, cause it's green. That's how it seems to me. You know that that's why we're living in a tree, or at least that's how it seems. And you know that I haven't got a rhyme or a reason, whether it is spring in the season or if it's autumn, important to seize it. Whatever time it is, we gotta live. And you know that we'll find a hill, because that's the kind of high ground that I need when I'm making this sound. And you know that I'm sniffing you out like a hound. And you know that I might take it to the pound. And you know that together we all are a group. We're getting together to eat some soup. And you know it's loose. And you know I'm Roos, but you know that we're growing it like Odin. And you know that we seize the moment. And you know that I'm improvising like I wrote it. And you know that a Ronin is who roams, he's a pretty cool guy. And you know that together we will fly. And you know that it is behind me, everything that I'm writing. You know it's strange and I had it, or you know that I might mash it. If you are a potato, that's what we do to those root vegetables. And you know that look, it doesn't matter, cause I cut it in half. I cut the potato into shards with the hand up on my arm. And you know everything is really happening, Cause you know that we are grappling with some really important issues. You might have to cry and you might need some tissues, because that's the fact of what really happened. Cause you know that we're gonna grab it, everything you need, you know we're gonna stab it. If it's a potato, at least I'm not lacking in those. I'm not lacking in potatoes. I got adequate potatoes. Yeah. Alright, we're in H of the 500 most common words in the English language. Improvised rhymes, let's keep going. Alright. Beat by Lethal Needle. Yeah. Yeah. On the beat, we rap hard. We're gonna break it, split it apart. And you know that we break the beat down into shards. And you know that I might eat the lard. Cause I am a has-been. And you know I'm not exactly lacking in the fat, see. Like I'm, what's the word for lipids? I insist it's ridiculous, but I'm not just sitting, I'm resisting what I'm meant to be, because that is the nature of entropy. Everything that I have is the opposite of what I lack. And you know that is the impact of everything that I lash. Am I a he? Am I a she? Am I just as I seem? It's hard to tell in this century. It's hard to tell what we're meant to be. If we say it, then we hear it. And you know that it's a secret. Everything that I whisper, I seem it. But I will impeach you, because you know that we've got to increase the heat. We've got to turn it up by 100 degrees. And you know it's not as it seems, or that's how it be eventually, because the mass is so damn heavy. The weight is increasing. It's a levy that we are inflicting. Cause I pick it. I need you. I need your help. I need your support, your wealth. Or maybe I just need your health. Not just for myself, but for everybody in this whole story. I'd want to be entertained, not boring. But you know all the obstacles we're storing. And you know I don't want to force the rhyme. I just want to find it in time. I just want to reach and pluck it out of my mind. Scary R.L. Stein. And you know that it's shining. And whether we are a he or a her, whether we are a cold or we burn, whether we're slow or we surge, as the world turns, you know that we are here, and we might just have to drink a beer, because you know I see the future like a seer, and you know that I'm rapping Shakespeare with the leer. You know that we're rising, we're getting real high every time in the sky, cause the sunward is where we get the light, and that is the place that really shines, whether it is hers or it's his. I might just have to insist that every bullseye you throw you miss, and you know that you're not even meant to throw the dartboard, you're meant to throw the darts. Don't throw it hard, cause you know that it might hit someone on the arm. You know you might get sent back to the farm. Look, it doesn't matter, cause you know we've got to grab it and we hold it like the origami when we have to fold it. You know that everything I told you, it got put up on the pole, and you know we're living in our own home, and you know that we will never slow, cause you know that it's a horse, and you know that we're turning up the torque. You know if it's not cold, it might just be hot, and if you're not it, you might just be not. And you know that if it's falling apart with the rot, then you might have just to excise it with a lot of elbow grease. That's how it seems to me. Otherwise you're not really elite, whether you don't have the power to turn back the time with the hours, cause you just got to improve your whole house so that you're living it liminal like a mouse. And you know that we're having a stoush, which I think is a word for a fight. Grout is how you put all together all the tiles. You know we're running for kilometers and for miles, and you know that we're scary like we're R.L. Stein, and you know that if it's gold it might just shine. I'll never stumble, whether it's for the 1 or for the 100, whether it's for the place we're living under, and you know that we're Thor, we thunder. That's how I know I'm alive with thoughts up in my mind, whether it's like the sun when we rise, whether it is sunrise to shine. And you know that I have no idea if the furniture came from IKEA. If I say goodbye, say I'll see ya. And you know I'm not as I appear. Yo, it's a possibility, and if you don't hit the thing, you miss. And you know that we disappear like we're in the mist. And you know that it is grist for the grain. And you know that I'm kind of insane. I go against the grain every day, and it's kind of crazy. You know I'm never lazy. And you know the scene is getting hazy. And you know that I'm getting kinda dark, kinda morbid. But that is how you know that it's important. Whether it's getting kinda sexy, kinda sordid. And you know that I might just have to lord it over you, 'cause we're slowing, we're moving through. And you know I won't eschew everything that really means something to me, because I don't accept invisibility. And if we're not out, you know that it's an in. And if it's not a virtue, it might be a sin. And you know if I can't rap right, I have to sing. And you know that I might just have to linger, because you know it give you an inch, you take a mile. Every time you run a mile, like every kilometer from the centimeter. And you know that this rap might leave lesions. Have to use it. Don't exclude it, just include it. If you're dancing, you know you have the movement. And you know that if it's not tight, you have to loosen. Disabuse you of your views, 'cause you choose to believe shit that's bad, it's gruesome. And you know that everything you have, you will lose them. And you know that you don't quite have the right movement, so you better get into it. And you know we get it together like fusion. And that's how we make the energy that we need to breathe in this goddamn century. If it's not, it isn't. And you know that that is the kind of my mission. And you know that if you don't hit it, then you miss it. And you know that you might just beat my misses. And you know that we're living on an island. And you know we arrive just like a pirate. And you know that the pines are rising and they're sirens, because they're trying to make us die. Oh my god, is that it? Is that everything that's on the list? Have we got the ingredients to make the mist disappear? Like we are a victim of the seasons, of the weather, of the climate. I can't even tell if it's gonna be the terraforming that we need. If it's important to me, is it right? Is it really just? Or is it just a must? Can we rely and can we trust? Or is this just lust? Is it even love? Is this really for keeps? Or is it not as it seems? Are we just flocking together like we're a sheep? Or are we just gonna get fleeced? Are we sincere or are we not kind? Are we extreme or are we mild? Is this a reason or a rhyme? Are we rapping for real? Are we out of our mind? Is this feudalism? Am I even a king? Is this really rapping if I can't even sing? I don't even really wanna linger. And you know I'm not much of a singer. And if I know it in the past, then I knew it. And if I had a nose, you know that I blew it. And you know that I might disabuse you of your views if that's what I choose. But look, okay, we got some real we got some good bits, we got some bad bits. Let's keep going. L. Yo, everything is in my hand, whether we're in the sea or in the land. Not everything is going as I planned, but you know that we've arrived on the sand. If I speak the Spanglish, or the English, or the language, we might get entangled. And you know that I am sangle. It doesn't matter 'cause we're living large. When we're trying to rap, we're going hard. And you know that I'm a poet like a bard. And you know that we shatter it into the shards. And you know that if we arrive, we gotta last. That's why we raised this mast. And you know that the future isn't past, and so that's why we must next go hard. And you know I'm not early, I'm late. And you know that it's not breakfast, didn't ate. But you know that everything I killed, I slayed. But you know that the fire rising and the blazes, 'cause you know I'll see you later. I'm a skater, Tony Slater. But you know what, you hear what I'm saying. We might be inflaming. We're trying to be funny with the masked joke. You know that I laugh though. It's gonna be okay 'cause we escaped the yolk. And you know I'm not talking about eggs, yo. But you know that we're gonna find the lead if it is inside your head. That sounds kind of violent, but I meant it. And you know it's silent in the sentence, and you know that if we get burned, we're gonna learn. Cause you know that is certainly a way to remember me. If you got fired in this century, and you know if we exit we have to leave it. And you know that I believe it, that it's true in every damn season. You might just think that I'm reaching, whether you're on the right or on the left. You've heard everything that I've said, and you know that whatever I said then I meant it. Why else would I even have to mention? Alright. Let's keep going. Yo. 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 Improvised rap, common words. Yo, what is the secret to success? Do you put in your best every time and expect no less? Or do you chill? I address everybody who's searching for a meaning, whether everything is as it's seeming, whether we're lucid when we're dreaming, in the summer, autumn, any season. Yeah, I said it. Sometimes the universe, you let it serve you everything with the letters. And you know that that is my appendage. Look, it doesn't matter cause we're writing the letter. We improve it till it's better. And you know I'm cold, so get a sweater. And you know that I might let you take my life if you do it right. If you say it right, I will arrive into the light and I shine. And you know we end the grime and we ascend into a new century that is free of damn entropy, and we be what we are meant to be. Maybe that is our destiny, to see the light. It sounds nice. Go up where the bells chime. Go up where the sun always shines, and you know that you'll be there, you'll arrive, and maybe you'll like it. Not a pirate, but something better, something rises and you're shining. And you know we might feel the admirance, and we might not fear the silence, we might like it. So when we arrive, we might form orderly lines, and that is why Saint Michael is gonna judge us. We'll recycle our minds and become a new soul. It's like origami when we fold, we'll just arrive at a strange new shoal. And you know that we'll move, we'll roll, we'll come out of the water to the mortar, to the bricks, and it's important. Life just gets more complicated. We take the simple, we inflame it. We try to reach and call it greatness, but sometimes we are just slaying what it is really meant to be. We break it eventually. Look, I don't mean to be dark, that's not my mission. I just want to speak and you listen. And you know that we don't want the pistols, we just want to inflict or take away the big, make it little. And you know that we sizzle like we're cooking up a barbecue. And you say you arrive, I heard of you, but you too, wait, just all living. I'm insisting that we just all share the barbecue, cause the meat is for me and you. Alright. Improvised rap using the 500 most common words in English. We're like an hour in. I didn't expect to be going for this long. Yo, long. That's how long I do this song. And you know that it's okay because I'm strong. And you know that I'm doing no wrong cause I look like I'm wrong tongue. I'm holding the tongs cause the barbecue is for you and I'm strong. And look, it doesn't matter, we're gonna change the words, so fuck what you heard. I'm not absurd, look, it doesn't really matter, do we hate or we love? Whether it's the bare hand or the glove. And you know that we might have to rise to 100, like Thor and Odin when he thundered. Whether we're from the high or the low, whether we're rapping real fast or if we're slow. Cause any rose smells as good, so I'm told. Rapping like I'm a machine, rapping like I'm Shrek, like I'm green. And you know that I'm like a pacifist, I'm not mean. Or well, that's what I say eventually, like I'm meant to be, like we're trying to reach all of destiny, but it's setting me to a new kind of century. So maybe we're gonna change and get strange, and you know that the brain is all deranged, or that's what I say in this rap that I made. We're stirring up, it's inflamed into a craze, and you know that I'm always working hard, I never lazy. You know I'm always straining my brain, see, it makes me crazy. And you know that we're betraying everything that we were really meant to be, mentally if not physically, because we make it, we estrange it, we grate it like the cheese when we blaze it. We're gonna blaze the damn cheese. I'm smoking cheese, there's no stopping me. Whether we're a woman or whether we're a man, whether we're sitting down or whether we take a stand, whether we just got one or got a grand, whether we're living in the ocean or the land, whether we're one or whether we are many, whether we're clean shaved or whether we are hairy. It's getting kinda scary like I'm R.L. Stein. You know I'm rapping Halloween up in my mind, and you know that I can't be found on the map. Cause we're rapping like I was a hack, but it doesn't matter like the Jenga when we stack. And you know we're gonna put you up on the rack. You know that you are my target. I'm gonna break you and Harvard, and that's why your face has been marked. And you know that the mark is obvious, it's stark. It sounded kinda crazy, it's not what Aunt May would say is okay, but you know it's gonna leave a stain up on my brain, and that's why we try to go against the grain. I didn't mean it in any season. It's kind of egregious when I'm seeming, leaving lesions on my lemur bean. Kind of egregious. Let's do a different one. Let's do this one. Yeah. Yo. By any measure, whether we're doing it for work or for leisure, we're just men. That's why we're fucked in the head, and you know that we might find the might, so that we can raise power and light. And you know that we're rapping, I'm out of my mind, and you know that at least we try, we strive. We try to run 100 miles, and you know that we raise 100 smiles, and you know that we fly and that we glide, and you know that we're not clean, we're slimy, from our face down to my hiney, whether extremely or just slightly, whether on the ground or we're rising. And you know we're evil like a tyrant, and you know you and me are shimmering, cause together it is 1 in a million. And you know that it's like a goddamn Silmarillion, and you know that the color is vermilion, coming right off the mind. That's how we're rapping when I improvise. And you know that I'm like a pig in the sty, because you know that I like the grime. The rap is infinite, you can measure it in hours or minutes, and you know that I might not sit on the rhyme, because I stand this time. And you know that I miss you. All the reasons I could list it, but it doesn't really matter like a missile. You know this shit's radioactive, fissile, and you know that we're not doing it for the money. We're not doing it for paper or the honey. And you know that the rap is kinda stunning, and you know that we're sunbathing cause it's sunny, and you know that I do it every damn month. You know I believe it on a hunch, but you know that I see the moon, and you know that it's rising soon, and you know I need more. I see it all, everything up in the stall, and you know we've got a big haul, and you know that we're stalling till morning, and you know that a cat is pouring, cause that's how it grabs what it needs. It needs food, not electricity, because we are sending all the mission here. Look, it doesn't rhyme, so we're gonna move to the next word, and that's what is most. When I'm putting the butter up on my toast, when I'm happy, you know I gloat, and you know that my castle is protected by a moat. And you know it's like Vargo Hoat, cause you know that kinda evil like a toad, and you know that smother the ball like we just mother a doll when we're on the field, when we get the ball. And you know that We're never gonna stall, cause you know that we rise like a big fountain. The water so high like a mountain. So we move it, and I won't even say excuse it, cause you know it's not even too much. Cause you know I'm acting on a hunch, and you know all the rabbits are living up inside a hutch, and you know that we're stacking it like we're gonna munch on the toast that I mentioned earlier. Yeah.
Monkey.
YouTube's complaining. I hope there's not a issue with that. Oh well. We had it, then we lose it. That's what happened to the music, and I never will excuse it. Together like it's fusion, and you know that this is a must, and you'll have to take that on trust, because you know it's love, it's not lust. And you know that the door might rust, but you know that I am mine. And you know that I'm rapping like out of my mind. And you know that I'm scary, I'm fearsome like Stein. And you know that I might just have to find a new name. This one's lame. MC Radio Rental. That's what was the best up from my brain. I must have been insane, but it doesn't matter, cause we inflame the nation. We might just regale them with tales that might inflame them. And you know we are never gonna stay the same, cause you know we're far and we're nearing. And you know that the rap is searing. And you know that the car is steering towards an obstacle, we're really nearing it. So we need to turn, we gotta get the rubber and we burn. We might have to give you a perm. And I know that the words are stern, but I won't ever say never. But you know that alright. One more bar, we rap it like we're new. Like we're a Pokemon, like Mew. Or maybe rapping like Mewtwo. Like together when it fuses. Alright. We're going to finish it up there. Thank you so much for listening to MC Radio Rental rapping from the most common words in the English language. This was fun. We'll do this again. We're trying to get better. I think we're getting there. So thank you, everybody. See you next time. Cheers.